Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, it is June 22nd. Glad to be here with you on a Monday. I'm Michael Taylor. Did you have a good Father's Day weekend? I hope you did. I had a great one. My daughter came down, went out to dinner, really had some great time together. I hope you got to enjoy family, and if you have a father who's passed, I hope you had a time for remembrance and all of that. It's a great time to kind of reconnect or remember over the years. So hope you had enjoyed a good one. We got a Monday going, and we got a good show for you today, so let's get right to it. We're going to be welcoming onto the show Pacific Cardiovascular Associates Dr. Scott Ard. We're going to be talking about a new procedure that helps folks with AFib and other things like that, talking about all sorts of stuff in terms of the cardiologist world. And then later in the program, we're going to be welcoming Lauren Powers. She's got a great event coming up that she wants to tell us about for your health. Stay tuned for that as well. Right now, though, we want to keep you informed, and we've got an important one for you. It's Check the Calendar. Hey, if you're looking for an easy way to stay up to date on everything happening in the Village, well, you can check out the activities calendar on the Village website. It's powered by Team Up. It features upcoming events, recreation classes, club activities, and meetings all in one place. You can filter by category, switch between daily, weekly, monthly views, and even download the Team Up app to access the calendar on your phone. That's always easy when you're running around and want to see what's going on. You'll also find board, committee, maintenance, and landscaping schedules under the calendar's menu on the Village website. So check all that stuff out there. Great way to keep up on what's going on right here in the community. All right, let's check out what's going on weather-wise. We got the clouds. It's June gloom, folks. I know it's the first full day of summer. Summer started yesterday at 4 in the morning or something like that. But here's our first full day of summer, and we've got kind of spring-like cool temperatures. I'll take it. We got 72 today. We are going to get to mostly sunny by later this afternoon as the marine layer peels back and we get the sunshine. It's that June gloom pattern. So I know we're showing sunny on some of these, but we're going to have clouds in the morning, then the peel back as usual, and then sunny skies, 74. 75 on Wednesday. That's going to be the warmest of our mini heat wave here. And then we start to cool down again. And look at Friday, 67 degrees. It's going to be very cool on Friday. So I like the cool temperature sometimes. There you go. Let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset. Beautiful shot from Mojave National Preserve. Beautiful shot out there. Thank you very much, Judy Blando, for sending us this picture. She always sends us great shots. She goes all over the place. Sunrise this morning was 5:41. Sunset tonight is going to be 8:04. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it, just like Judy did. Make sure you email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we'll use it in our sunrise, sunset segment. Okay, folks, we've got one meeting to tell you about, and then when we come back, we'll be talking to folks from PCA about a new procedure for AFib. Stay with us.
Discover Canyon Spirit, the new rail journey from the creators of Rocky Mountaineer, built on decades of world-class hospitality. See the Southwest like never before. Travel only by day and enjoy panoramic glass dome views that showcase the region's most unforgettable vistas. Relax in premium comfort, savor regionally inspired cuisine, and let the onboard hosts bring every mile to life. Seats are limited. Book your Canyon Spirit adventure now with AAA Laguna Hills.
Have you been feeling not quite like yourself lately? Low mood, brain fog, poor sleep, no focus? At Root Cause Wellness Center, we offer ExoMind, an FDA-cleared treatment for depression, a safe, non-invasive therapy that helps reset your brain with no medication or downtime. Our patients often experience better mood, sharper thinking, deeper sleep, and more energy. It's time to feel like yourself again. Call us today to schedule your complimentary demo with consultations.
Your smile is key to your overall health. Put it into good hands with Loberg Dental. We are restorative dentistry experts specializing in fillings, crowns, dental implants, root canals, and more. Come experience our exceptional care for yourself with a special offer for new patients. Your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. Let us give you something to smile about. Visit drloberg.com today to make an appointment and get your free exam and x-rays.
For nearly 40 years, Pacific Cardiovascular Associates has been the leading cardiovascular clinic serving Laguna Hills and Laguna Woods. At PCA, our board-certified heart specialists provide compassionate care from initial consultations to routine follow-ups and more. We offer echocardiograms, stress tests, vascular studies, and pacemaker checks, all in one convenient location. With free parking and full wheelchair accessibility, PCA makes care easier than ever. Visit our website or give us a call to schedule your appointment today.
I want to welcome back to the program Dr. Scott Ard from Pacific Cardiovascular Associates Medical Group. That's a mouthful. We call it PCA from now on.
PCA is easier.
Thanks for joining us, as always. So for folks who aren't familiar with you, or maybe didn't watch the last name, tell us a little bit about your background, how you kind of got into being a cardiologist.
Let's see, I born at a very young age, but I grew up in Louisiana, and early on, I was joined the military for a while. My father had a heart attack at a relatively younger age, so started, thinking, I wanted to do something better for myself, but I started liking medicine, and lots of things happened in the military and kind of went that direction, and I was fortunate enough to go to med school at LSU in New Orleans, and South Carolina for residency, then back to New Orleans for fellowship, and practiced in North Carolina for about 15 years, and found out here, loved it out here, moved.
Now, your experience with your father, did that kind of inform you or kind of set you up to say, this is an interesting field, or this is something I want to help people with? Because you were on the patient side or the family side of that, right? And you kind of like, wow, I can see the impact this has on a family.
Right. I mean, one, it's, when your grandfather has a heart attack and you die of heart, just like all the patients we see, like, well, I need to make sure I'm doing enough. And then for me, I started being interested in cardiology because it's that perfect aspect of medicine plus invasiveness. It's like surgery and medicine mixed. I liked a lot about that. And actually, lots of part of medicine, you don't feel like you're fixing much. It's like a lot of stuff. But in cardiology, you can actually fix things. And so it's very rewarding, and I really like it.
Yeah, if somebody comes in with a blockage or something like that, and you guys can get in there, and it may sometimes an emergent procedure, but they walk out, or if they are up on their feet the next day or soon, and they're like, oh my God, this is a life-changing experience for them, right?
Yep.
And so what are some of the most important things that our seniors should know? I mean, sometimes it's maybe a little late in the game to say, I'm going to start thinking about my heart health in my 60s or late 50s, but what are some things that seniors should be doing to keep active, keep their heart going?
I always push on self-care also, but listening to your body. If you're out there and you're playing golf, playing 18 holes, or you're pushing yourself, and you're starting to have some little bit of chest pain. When I push myself to the certain hole or go up this hill, I'm having some shortness of breath or chest pain the last year I didn't have. That's something I need to be seen. Don't put it off. We men do put it off, and that's why we don't live as long as our women. Our wives and stuff tell us, hey, they're usually the ones that come to the hospital, like, my wife drugged me in and I'm getting a stent. So we should listen to our body a lot more than we should. We all know that this is unhealthy, that's unhealthy. Sitting watching Netflix and chilling all day isn't healthy. Eating these hot dogs, or is that not healthy? We know it's healthy.
Right.
But we should definitely always reiterate to listen to your body, listen to yourself, listen to your family. So,
And can it also not feel something in the chest? Can it just be, I'm really short of breath, I'm really just, I'm exhausted walking across the room? Is that a sign of that your heart health?
Listen to your body. Say, what was I able to do last year versus this year? Some things change. There's three groups of people that don't have that typical Fred Sanford, if you remember Fred Sanford, chest pain.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
It's three groups of people, people over, say, 65 or 75, diabetics and women. They don't have that typical anginal heart alarm. So if you're having shortness of breath when I exert myself, dizziness when I exert myself, palpitations when you exert myself, it's the simple thing of, hey, something's different, something's alarming. Your body's going to tell you. So listen to it. And worst case, you get seen and, hey, it wasn't your heart. Great. Otherwise, hey, I had this little hand tingling when I exerted myself. Ended up with stents or caught something. So you got to listen to your body. Don't put it off.
Do we understand why men and women feel heart troubles differently?
Not completely. We do know that women can usually have issues 10 or so years later, and that's felt to be maybe estrogen protection and things like that. But women also start seeing a doctor a lot earlier than men, because the OBGYN, following up for women's health, they start seeing doctors a lot earlier than men do. We're hard-headed too.
Yes, absolutely. This is as close as I want to be to a doctor.
I'm a hero. I'm old Roman. I'm going to push through this. I have to support my family. We don't listen to our family, and we're the ones that cut your hand, you wrap it up. Women seek care earlier. they're the ones that take care of us because we don't take care of ourselves. But yeah, that's one of the big reasons, I think. But there's a lot of reasons they don't know why. A lot of the protection of estrogen, probably. So a lot of it. I mean, if you look at some of the studies say that certain ways of following risk factors, cholesterol versus HDL versus total cholesterol, a little bit different. So the whole, Mars and Venus type. All those are a little different, yeah.
And so when a woman has symptoms or they say something, they're going to speak to it in a different way than a man will. Oh, I feel this crushing chest pain, feel whatever. But it can be more subtle with women, and sometimes it can be misdiagnosed, right?
And it should be something. Commonly, it should be something exertional. If I'm just sitting there watching TV with some palpitations or something, still get seen. But if you can tie that to an exertional component, definitely should be seen. Yeah.
And some of the things we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Watchman procedure. Tell me a little bit about what Watchman procedure is, because that's not exactly like a heart attack or a blockage, right? It's something a little bit different. It's about palpitations?
Well, kind of, atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, we see a lot in the news, and to be honest, we're seeing a lot more because a lot of people are wearing these Apple Watches, iWatches, and things like that, and they're catching more of it. Finding that a lot of people have AFib. It used to be considered the morning after rhythm. Lots of alcohol, you have some rhythm, palpitations, we put it off. But atrial fibrillation itself, which is the top of the heart, is fibrillating. It's not beating, squeezing.
It's not giving you the correct pulse. Exactly. It's kind of like pulsing, like not a full pulse.
It's completely fibrillating, like a bag of worms.
Okay.
When it's doing that, blood's swirling in there. And when you have that, blood is static. It's getting what we call smoke in there, and it can form a stroke. And that stroke can, the clot can go and cause a stroke with AFib. People who have AFib, we use certain risk calculations to your higher risk. And if you have heart failure, if you're over a certain age, or if you have diabetes or stroke history, all these things add up to a higher risk. When you are a higher risk, then we always recommend blood thinners. And when you alluded to earlier, the Watchman device came out, I think, 2015, and we've had, I think, 2 slight upgrades to it since then, because we were realizing there's so many people that have AFib or atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter and need blood thinners. I can't be on them. Some of the sick patients, cancer patients that have recurrent severe bleeding, and things like that. Well, risk of anticoagulant, these higher anticoagulants, puts them at a higher risk of bleeding and death. So what do we do for these patients? And the Watchman, in multiple studies supporting the Watchman, showed that it was non-inferior or almost as good as these blood thinners without carrying the higher risk of bleeding. And it's a small device. It's about the size of a quarter, from 20 millimeters to 40 millimeters. It's an invasive procedure. It's officially an outpatient procedure we do at the hospitals. And it's like a little umbrella.
Okay.
Now, in the top chambers, the left atria of the heart, we have this little outpouching. Whether this is from, evolution or whatever, a little outpouching. I'm not sure why it's there anymore, but it's there. And 90% of the strokes are caused because you get a clot in this little pouch. And from some reason or another, that clot gets loose and can go out and cause a stroke. So this little umbrella goes in there and kind of occludes that appendage. It's an interventional procedure that we do. And it occludes that, decreasing the stroke risk significantly. So it gets rid of that whole decreases that risk of 90% stroke that can cause from AFib, and it kind of occludes it. It's nice. And then when it's placed, then you can stop those blood thinners.
Is it something that stays there?
Yeah, it's in there forever. The body kind of epithelializes or grows a nice layer of skin or tissue over it.
Now, if I'm having AFib, what does that feel like? If I'm sitting here and I suddenly go into some sort of AFib or my heart, what will that feel like to me? Will I feel like a shakiness or a fluttering?
It could. Commonly, people don't even feel the atrial fibrillation. Sometimes people don't feel it until they had a stroke, which is scary, but there's no way of saying you're going to have AFib versus this person's going to have AFib historically. So commonly, we'll see a patient at the hospital comes in, heart racing, irregular heart rate. We describe AFib is usually fast because AFib it's a weird cat. It can go really slow, really fast. And the simplest things makes it go a lot faster. It's kind of like rain on a tin roof. So no real pattern, like a bad drummer. And so if you feel your pulse, and I'm sitting there watching Netflix or relaxing, I'm going 140. That needs to be seen. You may feel that my heart rate is completely irregular, and we call it irregularly irregular, zero pattern to it. And that's very typical for AFib. Now, atrial flutter, which has the same stroke risk, is pretty regularized, and it gets confused and missed sometimes. But yeah.
So people, like you said, people wearing Apple Watches, how are they discovering? Are they looking and saying, oh, something's going on here, and I'm not realizing, well, this isn't right? Is that basically what?
Almost daily, I get a consult from a patient said I was wearing my Apple Watch, or I had my doctor felt some irregularity to it. And Apple Watches are now set to The programming for Apple Watch almost now just says tachycardic, AFib, or not AFib. And it's very good looking at those. And they can print it. If you use it correctly, you can have like a rhythm strip set to your phone. And it's great when they come see us. They haven't had a heart monitor. They don't know, but they show me the strip. I'm like, okay, that's definitely AFib. One, it saves time to diagnosis. And when you see if you're not sure if someone has AFib, when you're missing that diagnosis and they're not on blood thinners, there's that risk there.
And so what tells you, say, this procedure, this Watchman procedure is right? How do you get to that point where you say, okay, this is right for you? How long does that procedure take? Is it a one-day diagnostic, or is it a series of tests that you're going to go through to get to the point where, okay, you need the Watchman instead of another alternative treatment?
All that put together. So the Watchman is made for patients who cannot be on blood thinners. Lots of patients come see me, hey, I heard about this Watchman. My brother had this Watchman. My cousin had this Watchman. And I don't like blood thinners. They taste bad. Or, when I cut myself shaving, I bleed a little bit more.
Right.
That's not that patient. It's for these patients who cannot be on blood thinners. I fall a lot. I have these patients who are who have trouble with Parkinson. They fall a lot, or just a weakness. Then we fall a lot. Head bleeds or GI bleeds. That are causing major issues. And for those patients, being on blood thinners can have a high risk. So those are the type of patients the Watchman is really made for.
Okay. And so when folks come to you and you can do this procedure, it's how are they back on their feet? Is there recovery time, or here's the steps you need to take after this procedure to kind of live your life again?
Yeah. So they come see us and we diagnose, obviously the atrial fibrillation, and it can be atrial fibrillation one day of the year or every day of the year. And paroxysmal means comes and goes, or persistent permanent means you're in it all the time. But all those people can get it, and we show that here's your reasons you can't be on blood thinners, or that blood thinners are too high risk for you. Okay, then we made that diagnosis. Then I sent it to one of my interventional cardiologists, my structural cardiologist, Dr. Christopher Chen, Dr. Chang Han Chen, and they'll see them and they'll say, okay, here's the device, here's why we do it, here's how it can benefit you, here's maybe the things to think about before we put it in, because it's permanent. Once they discuss that with them and they find the patient is an adequate candidate for it, then we get it set up. Now they have ways we measure the appendage, and that can be done during the procedure. Procedures are done at the hospitals as an outpatient procedure. They do the procedure, and then after it's placed, the Watchman device is placed, they can stop the Eliquis, warfarin, Pradaxa, Xarelto medication, and then they watch them overnight and usually go home next day.
Okay, wow.
There is a little bit of confusion about the Watchman. People think, once I have the Watchman, I don't need any blood thinners. Partially true.
Okay.
As far as the big blood thinners, the Watchman, Pradaxa, Xarelto, Eliquis, the ones you see commercials about, and the bigger risk bleed, those can be stopped. But like aspirin, Plavix, or like the antiplatelets, those are continued.
Okay.
Both of them for maybe 6 months, and then one for life. You still need something.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, Dr. Ard at Pacific Cardiovascular Associates has those answers for you folks. Get over there, and if you're having any kind of troubles with anything in the world of cardiovascular,
I'm all about it.
That's your man right there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back with Lauren Powers. Stay with us.
Do you or your loved ones want to continue living at home safely, but are starting to see signs of Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's? Maybe it's recent strokes or falls. Having a caregiver at home can be the best way to keep you in home safely. Home Helpers has been providing caregivers for over 25 years. Call us today or join us at Laguna Cafe for free pie and coffee, and we'll answer your questions about caregiving. It's the first Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m., and space goes quickly, so RSVP now.
At South Orange County Community College District, learning never retires. At Saddleback College and Irvine Valley College, our emeritus programs help adults 55 and older stay active, connected, and inspired through lifelong learning. From fitness and wellness to art, technology, and enrichment classes, there's something for everyone. Education isn't just about earning a degree. It's about living fully at every stage of life. Discover your next chapter today at SOCCCD.
If you believe the journey is the destination, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 33 miles per gallon, an 11.6-inch high-resolution touchscreen, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Come to Frank's Irvine Subaru and celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
Well, if you missed the last Abundant Life Expo, I've got good news for you. There's another one coming up. I want to welcome Lauren Powers to the program. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
You've been making these things kind of a semi-regular event here in the village, and we kind of need it, don't we? We want to keep healthy, keep moving.
100%, Michael, 100%. Yes, they're quarterly now, and the next one's coming up. So like you said, if they missed the one in February, another opportunity to come on back. June 26th, so it's this Friday. So that's why I'm here today on this day.
Here we go.
to let people know that it's coming. It starts at 9 in the morning at Clubhouse 5.
Right.
We go till 3 o'clock, and it's action packed. I have a huge lineup.
So if I'm going to go to the Abundant Life Expo, what should I expect to see? Lots of folks. Is it a gamut of things in terms of food, health, exercise? Long term, short term.
All of it. All the above, and much more. So make sure you come out. But yes, we've got all kinds of, I have just under 50 exhibitors, so from health and wealth. So depending on what your interests are, because basically, I know a lot of wealthy people that are spending all their money to get their health. So I combine the two, because without your health, what's your wealth? And the other way around. So
Can't take it with you, I hear.
Exactly. So we're super excited. I've got a health screening free health screening coming out for heart and kidney functions. So they're coming out. That's a free thing all day. So make sure if you want to get the information on that. Restaurant 19 is catering the food.
Okay.
I have a workshop at lunchtime. If people that attend the workshop on age coding and how to age defining information for blood draws, they get a complete lineup of information. You get a free lunch if you sit in on the little workshop. They'll be speaking on the main stage, and then they take people into the, room 1.
Okay.
So it's a little more intimate.
Now let's talk about the wealth side. You've had a planner in here before, an advisor in here before, but let's talk about the wealth side of things. We're talking about the health, and what can they get from the wealth side?
Yes, I have a couple of estate planning people are coming out, and financial advisors are coming out to make plans for your retirement, your wealth. Medicare is even going to be there. A few people discussing Medicare information. Gosh, everything that's interesting to the residents, I have it there. Peptides.
Peptides. Oh, peptides.
You asked me that before.
Did I?
So yes, we have a big educational thing on the peptides, because that's the craze right now.
Yeah, that is.
It really is.
On the wealth side, are you surprised that some people don't have an extensive plan? At the retirement age, you would think, oh, that's all in order. I've got that all taken care of. But are you still surprised that people come in and go, I don't really have I just have a couple bank accounts,
right? Their will set up,
right?
And we need to think about that at any age, really. It doesn't matter.
And so people shouldn't be going there and say, oh, I'm embarrassed, I don't have that. It's like, hey, let's get that started for you. There's some easy steps to do that, right? And you're going to help lay that out. Your folks are going to help lay that out, right?
Yes, we have a few in the room.
Yeah.
So it's free to attend. So I love to tell the residents too, if you're bringing a guest, make sure you get the gate clearance forms or call them into the gate, because I let everybody in free. But again, for that guest thing, we know it's the security. So I want to comply with all the rules and make sure that everybody can get in and no issues.
What got you started on this? What did you say? Why did you decide, hey, we need an Abundant Life Expo here in the village? And that's obviously been successful, because here they again and again.
Yeah, this is my 7th one.
Right. So what got you started on this thing? I think this would be a good idea. And where did you see the need?
Well, I play a lot of pickleball here. I play golf here. I'm very busy, and we need to move. And I think the more we move, the more action and we feel better about ourselves. And then I see on the pickleball courts, a lot of people have knee braces, elbow braces. And I was like, you know what? There's a need for that, for anti-aging, again, to feel better and live a healthier, more abundant life. And so the relationships I've built over the years, because I'm a 10-time fitness champion.
Uh-oh. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to.
I wrote a best-selling book. I'll be there as well signing my books. This one went #1 in 11 countries internationally across 98 categories. I'm very proud of this. Comes with a workbook. I'll be signing autographs and things like that. But it's so important to take care of ourselves. And so I just love getting all the relationships I built over the years in the health and wealth industry, put them all under one room, let everybody in free, and there's something for everyone.
Yeah. And it can be, you want to have this long life, and you want to have the financial security to have that. But
both.
The quality of life can get challenging if you haven't taken care of yourself, if you haven't done those steps. And is it never too late? I mean, is it too late to get in the game in your 60s?
It is not. It's never too late. That's one of my mottos.
Okay, good.
Never too late to look great from the inside out. You must have read my book. But no, it's not too late. It's absolutely not. I mean, I play pickleball with people in their 80s. My mixed doubles in the Village games was 85-year-old. And we have a blast, and he's out there every single day. But it's just taking care of ourselves, again, from the inside out. So I just love having all these different exhibitors there, sharing their products, their services, giving people information. We have a Tai Chi demonstration happening. We've got raffle prizes throughout the whole event. You can win some great prizes. One of our financial advisors is giving, I think, a $100 certificate for Restaurant 19.
Here we go.
Yeah, for free. So it's like there's just so much going on, and you don't want to miss out. Again, I put a lot of my whole heart and soul into these expos, making them just very educational, fun for the whole family, all ages, really. The dogs are welcome. My little dog runs the whole thing in her gowns.
Keeping fit with the dog.
Yeah, everybody's moving, having fun. But
and that's an important thing too. I'll just real quick. That's an important thing to get people out of the house, having to walk a dog. And so I think that's one of those things that I know a couple of folks in their elderly stuff. If I didn't have this dog, I wouldn't get out of the house some days. And so just those things, adding that companionship or adding a friend or having a partner at pickleball. I wouldn't go to pickleball, but my partner was depending on me. So have a community around that too.
This is all about community
and
building.
This expo is a great way to maybe build that community, right? And start to meet people.
It's one of the benefits for coming out. You meet a lot of nice people. I'm just so excited about it. I love to be out here letting people know that it's happening. Friday, Clubhouse 5.
Here we go, folks. We'll get the thing up on the screen again. Here's the flyer. Join them on Friday, June 26th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's free lunches. There's all sorts of great stuff. There's all sorts of great things. 45 exhibitors, raffle prizes, free lunches for folks who sign up and do that.
Did I miss anything?
I don't know, man. Well, we'll have you back for the 8th one. We'll talk about what we missed this time around.
September 25th. A lot of people are already booking for the next one. Yeah, people just love it. And I love walking around here. I was in the Village Games, and again, I'm on the pickleball.
You're
club.
doing it all.
I'm in the golf club.
Lauren Powers, folks. See her, get the book signed. We'll see you at the exhibit.
Boom.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
We got a movie preview coming up next. Stay with us.
If you're living with spinal stenosis, sciatica, or any other spine issue, you're not alone. And you do have options.
I was flat on my back. Kind of severe back pain.
At Excel Health, we offer a free MRI review with experienced, fellowship-trained spine surgeons.
I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm active, so...
Our minimally invasive procedures mean most patients are walking just hours after surgery. Call Excel Health today, and let's talk about what we can do for you.
Time to talk Monday movie, and it's a good one. We got The Valley of Ella, starring Charlize Theron. It's brought to us by Advanced Ear Care. It's a retired military investigator, works with a police detective to uncover the truth behind the son's disappearance following his return from a tour of duty in Iraq. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without, and it's brought to us by Advanced Ear Care. There you go. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to be welcoming the folks from Caring Senior Service and Old Pros. Had to check my notes. And Bree will be here as well. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.